What's up, guys? So while Dr. Manhattan is extremely powerful, many people mistakenly believe that he's like a god, or he's on par of Celestials, or Odin, or Galactus, and is virtually unbeatable. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all. So today we're talking about 10 heroes who can take down Dr. Manhattan. So before we get started talking about who can take down Dr. Manhattan, let's first take a look at Manhattan and just see what he's capable of. Dr. Manhattan is the only superhero powers in the Watchmen storyline, and he's basically a god in that universe. Now, Dr. Manhattan has a very unique perspective of time and of the universe, as he's able to perceive all the events of his life simultaneously. While he still seems to be a slave to predetermination, Dr. Manhattan has also shown the ability to manipulate the time stream, as he did when he removed years from the regular DC universe and created the New 52 universe. So I'm not sure exactly the limits of his time manipulation abilities, but being able to remove years from the timeline is pretty impressive. He has complete mastery over and the ability to manipulate all the matter and energy around him, as well as a comprehensive understanding of them on their most fundamental level. He's been able to do things like turn a gun into steam, bullets into mercury, a bottle into snowflakes, and even create breathable air on Mars. He also seems to have control over his own body, as he can piece himself back together after being destroyed, turn intangible, alter his size, and create copies of himself. Finally, he can remove an opponent's intrinsic field, or basically disintegrate them just by thinking about it. Now let's clear up some misconceptions about Dr. Manhattan. So while he is extremely powerful, he also lacks a lot of feats, similar to Superman Prime 1 Million. In fact, he's actually never gone up against another person's superpowers, so we don't really know exactly how he fared. It's a lot of speculation. Dr. Manhattan also has expressed limits before, like in the Watchmen comic when it said they could only destroy 60% of the Russian missiles, and it took him several days to finish the job in Vietnam. So, while he's powerful, he's definitely got his limits and isn't a celestial level being like some people try and claim he is. So who can beat him? Classic Doctor Strange. While the current Doctor Strange has now been severely depowered, the Sorcerer Supreme used to be arguably the most powerful human in the Marvel Universe. Through spells and incantations, Doctor Strange has the ability to manipulate the forces of the universe, project mystical bolts, transmute elements, summon supernatural beings, warp reality, and travel through dimensions. Strange has done such things as telepathically attack and defeat Galactus, held off Adam Warlock with the Infinity Gauntlet, destroy whole dimension, disable Silver Surfer's powers, create shields capable of blocking attacks from Galactus, reverse the effects of the Time Gem, and had the power to defeat the Beyonder. So yeah, I definitely believe that Doctor Strange has the power to defeat Dr. Manhattan. He's really the better doctor. Silver Surfer. Norman Rat is the mighty herald of Galactus, and is gifted with the power Cosmic. Silver Surfer's superhuman strength, speed, and durability, on par with Thor, Hulk, and Gladiator. The ability to regenerate his body, phase through objects, read minds, and manipulate time, although not necessarily in the same way as Dr. Manhattan. Surfer is able to manipulate matter by rearranging the molecules and transmute elements as well. He can absorb almost any type of energy, and absorbed so much energy before, he virtually turned into a bomb. He can also manipulate the energy to create force fields, control gravity, and fire energy blasts capable of destroying planets. So basically, Silver Surfer has many of the same powers as Dr. Manhattan. The only difference is that Silver Surfer has a lot more experience using these powers, and has gone up against countless superpowered opponents, while Dr. Manhattan has gone up against none, since he was the only superpowered being in the Watchmen universe. So I believe that this fighting skill and experience will give Silver Surfer the advantage and allow him to take the victory. Green Lantern. Now this might be the most controversial pick on this list, but before you sign off in the comments or hit that dislike button, just hold on. Breathe. There we go, breathe. Now let me make my case. So the Green Lantern possesses the most powerful weapon in the universe, and whilst often used to just create energy constructs, it's actually capable of so much more. GL can create energy shields to protect him from Manhattan's disintegration, and is even capable of redirecting his radiation or absorbing his powers altogether. The ring is also able to manipulate matter, turn the wearer invisible, probe someone's mind to uncover the thoughts, or even plant post-hypnotic commands and control a person. A Green Lantern can imprison Manhattan in his ring, and has been able to devolve someone's DNA. And although he cannot get rid of Manhattan, he can disassemble him and scatter his molecules across the infinite universe. So basically, I believe that a capable Green Lantern could defeat Dr. Manhattan at least once. Ghost Rider. Johnny Blaze was a motorcycle stuntman who became bound to the demon Zarathos in order to form a Ghost Rider, the spirit of vengeance. Ghost Rider is incredibly powerful, and his powers are demonic and mystical in nature, which gives him a leg up over Dr. Manhattan. Because he's a mystical force, odds are Dr. Manhattan would not be able to disintegrate him or manipulate his bike, his chain, or even Johnny Blaze himself in quite the same way. Then Ghost Rider is able to generate hellfire, which can burn the souls of beings and cause them to experience the pain of hell. And in my opinion, it's clear that Dr. Manhattan has a soul, because when his physical body gets destroyed, something has to be mindful and purposely recreate a body, and I believe that is his soul. Now Ghost Rider's greatest attack, the Penance Stare, would devastate Manhattan. You see, the Penance Stare causes beings to feel all the pain that they've inflicted upon others, and this would really do a number on Dr. Manhattan. Franklin Richards. Franklin Richards is the son of Reed and Sue Richards, and is literally one of the most powerful characters in the entire Marvel Universe. He's an Omega level mutant, and has vast reality warping and psionic powers, as well as having complete mastery over the forces of the universe. And yeah, while Dr. Manhattan has some of these powers as well, they are basically nothing in comparison to Franklin. You see, Franklin has traveled through time, can manipulate the forces of the universe on a universal scale, create planets, bring back the dead, and create pocket universes. That's reality warping and matter manipulation on a scale that Manhattan has never seen before. Basically, to sum it all up, Franklin Richards is so powerful that he's battled against Celestials before and made Galactus his herald. Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate is the Sorcerer Supreme of the DC Universe, and just like Doctor Strange, I believe that he too can defeat Dr. Manhattan. Man, that is a lot of doctors. Now, Dr. Fate's powers come from Naboo, a powerful Lord of Order, and he's one of the most powerful mystical beings in the universe. Fate has been able to manipulate matter, rearrange atoms, and even control his own atoms, summon powerful magical monsters, is a powerful telepath, can travel through dimensions, manipulate time, can phase through objects, fire mystical bolts, erase memories, and is completely immune to physical damage and cannot be killed. Plus, he has an extensive knowledge of mystical spells and incantations to pull from, so he's got a lot more versatility and sheer power than Dr. Manhattan, and I'm sure Dr. Fate could think of a way to take him down. Thor. While Dr. Manhattan claims has the powers of a god, he's not prepared to go up against an actual god. Thor is just too powerful for Dr. Manhattan to handle, and because he's magical in nature, Manhattan will not be able to manipulate his molecules or disintegrate him nearly as easily. Plus, Thor survived attacks from Odin and Galactus, so I think it'll be just fine against attacks from Dr. Manhattan. On the other hand, while Thor is physically superior to Manhattan, his greatest asset is his trusty hammer Mjolnir. While no physical attack would be able to harm Manhattan, because he has the ability to just reform himself, Mjolnir is capable of manipulating matter on a massive scale, transmuting elements and absorbing energy, even being able to absorb energy from an enemy's body. And it's this right here that I really want to focus on, because Dr. Manhattan is a being made up of pure energy, so Thor will easily be able to absorb him into Mjolnir, and then boom, the victory is his. Captain Atom. Captain Atom is low-key one of the most powerful heroes in the DC Universe, all thanks to his connection to the quantum field. This connection grants him many of the same powers as Dr. Manhattan, like the ability to absorb, generate, and manipulate infinite amounts of energy and matter, except on a much larger scale than Manhattan. Now, just like Dr. Manhattan, Captain Atom is functionally immortal and invulnerable, because he is a being composed up of raw quantum energy, so there's really nothing that Manhattan could do to harm Captain Atom. However, Atom can defeat Manhattan, and here's why. It's all thanks to his connection to the quantum field, because not only does it supply him with his powers, but Captain Atom also has the ability to absorb Dr. Manhattan into the quantum field, leaving him stranded and giving him the victory. Specter. The Specter is a supernatural being of near unlimited power, whose sole mission is to unleash the wrath of God upon evil men. The Specter has gone up against the Anti-Monitor and Parallax, which are universal level threats. So that just kind of gives you a picture of his power. He stopped the destruction of 2 universes, defeated reality warping demons, killed Lords of Order and Chaos, summoned energies from hundreds of universes, and depowered Mr. Mxyzptlk, who is powerful enough to wipe out the multiverse. So yeah, I'd say that Dr. Manhattan will be no problem for him. And finally, we have Phoenix. Jean Grey was already an Omega level mutant and telepath, but she would go on to possess nearly unlimited power as the host of the Phoenix Force. With the Phoenix Force, Jean has total control over all matter down to the subatomic level and can essentially manipulate the entire universe. She can generate endless amounts of energy, as well as absorb endless amounts of energy. So just like we discussed with Thor, Jean can win through energy absorption. She can manipulate and create time streams, and is such a powerful telepath that her psychic attacks are visible to the outside world. So she can also take down Dr. Manhattan with her telepathy, and she is just able to manipulate matter and energy on such a greater scale than he can, ensuring her the victory. So there we have it. Those are 10 heroes who, in my opinion, can defeat Dr. Manhattan. What y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts, so sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button for videos just like this one every single week.